right, guys, here's the lure. It's a few largemouth bass. Not very big fish, but a couple of 1-pounders cruising out there. See if I can pull this right in front of them, get a strike. Oh, I got hit by a small fish. Yep, there's a fish right there. Took it. Whew, he's fighting hard. And I lost him. Okay. But hey, they're down there. I didn't have my drag set, so I couldn't really strike into him. You can see he pulled the lure right off. Let's try that again. Really beautiful spot this. Been here a few times. It's never been quite this calm or clear. Yep, got him. Got him. There we go. There's your fish. So beautiful. Nice little bass to start the day. Beautiful fish. Quite pleased to have that. Took it in very clear water. I actually saw him go after it. So let's go ahead and put this guy back. Beautiful. So that's the lure we're using. Just one of my favorites. These little shad imitators on a spinnerbait. And there's a small shoal of bass just cruising out there. I bet you we can get another one on the next cast. Oh. Those are either carp or gigantic bass. Oh. Missed the strike, but they're there. There are some small bass cruising, and then right next to them, I couldn't tell. They were either carp or like 6 or 7 pound bass, which I have not caught on the show yet. So, and this really isn't equipped to do it, but I mean, if we're lucky, we'll get them in. Oh, right away. Right away, hit it on the drop. Hit it on the drop, beautiful fish. So many bass out there today. Quite a good day to be out. Anyway, get that out. Beautiful fish. That one has got some lovely markings on him. That is a pretty animal. Beautiful. Let's get him back. Put him down right there. And there he goes. Let's see if we can't get another one. All right, guys, so let's try right out there. Doing a slow retrieve. It is a little bit cold out today, but the fish seem to be quite active. There we go. All right, we're on now. Look at that, guys. Look at that fish right there. There he is. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Good catch. Let's put him back. Oh, hold still, buddy. There you go. Get him unhooked. These guys are really going after these baits, making it quite difficult to unhook them. I mean, I know bass have a reputation for having very hard jaws to penetrate on the hook set. I don't typically catch huge bass, so that's not normally a problem, but with these guys are really, these guys are tough. That proves, I really firmly believe that any fish in a river or a creek or a stream like this one is going to be tougher than its counterpart in a lake or a pond, just because they're having to expend so much more energy on a daily basis for the same functions due to the current. And I know there's a lot of other experienced fishermen out there that hold that same belief. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water. Pull my sleeves up here. Once again, there he goes. There he's on. Beautiful fish. God, these guys are just the best. Gorgeous emerald green. Love that. I know I've said this before, but I used to, oh, look at that hook just fell out. I used to really not enjoy fishing for bass. And a lot of people will say, you know, oh, they're the hardest fighting fish. Well, you know, not really, no. I mean, carp are incredible fighters, especially in rocky or concrete terrains. Alligator gar, you know, can weigh 100 times more than the fish I'm holding. So to say these are the best fighters, that depends on the type of tackle you're using. But the reason I love fishing for these animals is because of the remarkable color that they have. This one is just beautiful. So let's go ahead and let him go. I want to drop in all these rocks in here. Put him right there. Whoosh, there he goes. There he goes. I'm falling all over the place. This spot is really just one of the best I've ever encountered. I filmed a couple of videos here, and I really believe it has a lot to do with the fact that this particular creek, I fished it in several different areas, over several different miles, and it's always been such a great spot for fish. So the creek itself is very well populated with a healthy number of fish. But also in this particular area, you've got a good amount of cover. Not a lot of people come out here. You've got this outflow here, and I don't even know where this is coming from. I've tried to figure it out, I can't. This outflow just pushing water, warm water out into this stream, and food just flowing out there with it. And I think the combination of the constant flow of food and the fact that this water flowing from this pipe is relatively warmer than the water in the creek on most given days keeps the fish not only very active, it keeps them feeding, but it also keeps them bunched up in this general area throughout most of the year. So it's a really fantastic spot. It's really beautiful. Like I said, not a lot of people come out this way. So, I mean, I've never run into anyone else out here. Really great spot. So frequently, what'll happen if you're fishing soft plastics, you either get hookups or snags that will begin to tear the plastic away from the hook shank. So best thing to do in that circumstance, if it gets too bad, draw the hook back like you're going to remove it, turn the swim bait around, and sometimes you don't even have to pull the hook free to do this. You just turn the swim bait around and hook it through the other side. Now, some swim baits are designed to look so much like fish that the configuration, which side is up and down, it makes a difference, so that doesn't always work. But these small jigs are mostly cylindrical in shape until it gets to the paddle tail, so you can turn it around. It doesn't make a big difference, and it makes your lures last longer. It's like these fish are taunting me. So there's two bass just hanging out right there. And they're so small that this is quite a daunting task for them. And yes, bass will eat fish that are remarkably close to their own size. But I've noticed the clearer the water, the more skittish fish tend to be. I've already caught a bunch of these fish, and I might have already caught the ones I'm looking at. So the fact that they're not attacking this lure is not incredibly shocking. Stand up, see if I can spot him, throw it right past him. Yep. Okay, there's 3 of them now. There's a whole shoal of them. Alright guys, bass. All hanging out right there. got a fish interested. I'm letting it sit on the bottom. Pop it up, let it sit. Let it sit, nobody. Okay. A few of them turned like they were like, okay, what's that? Whoa. Whoa, look right here, guys. Cottonmouth. It's a cottonmouth. Big snake right there. Let me show you guys. I'm not going to get too close myself because that is a venomous snake. All right, guys, the bass are all hanging out right there. All right, I got a fish interested. I'm letting it sit on the bottom. Pop it up, let it sit. Pop it up, let it sit. Nobody. Okay. A few of them turned like they were like, okay, what's that? Whoa. Whoa, look right here, guys. Cottonmouth. It's a cottonmouth. All right, I have to be very careful with this because there's a venomous snake right here next to me. The thing about snakes in this winter weather is you can always hear them. You're very noisy. Look at him right here. I have been bitten by a venomous snake before. Not looking to repeat that. There he is. Look at that smile. Beautiful animal. I love snakes. I love snakes as much as I love fish. And look at him. Look at him. He doesn't like the look of us. He's like, you know what? This is not what I signed up for. I'm going to try to get out of here. He's looking for a place to burrow. He is not looking for a fight. And for anyone watching at home, I have configured, there he goes. He's like, I'm out of here. I've configured my camera and grip in such a way that I can film this animal without getting as close as I appear to be. There he goes. He's trying to settle down right at the base of the tree here. It's kind of hard to see him with all the light being washed out, but he's going to sit right over there. There he is. He's kind of burrowing underneath those rocks over there, so I just need to be careful. This is his spot, not mine. I'm not going to hurt that animal, and I'm not going to move him. I'm just going to be aware of my surroundings and just watch my footing as we leave this afternoon. All right, so we're going to downsize. Keep my eyes over here. That cottonmouth is hiding underneath the rock that my drink is sitting on. What are you gonna do? You gotta be careful with what you're gonna do. I'm gonna put this guy back on, this little pink jig. So we've got a smaller jig head. Yeah, somebody's mowing the lawn nearby. Finally fish relatively out of earshot from the highway. Somebody's got to be mowing a nearby lawn. But anyway, I'm gonna put this back on, this little pink jig, 3/16 ounce jig head, so about half the weight of the one I was just using. I think, I don't know, don't ask me to math right now. It weighs less. Anyway, tie on a non-slip loop knot, which has become one of my absolute favorite knots. Just in general, I use it for a lot of different fishing applications, not just lures. It's also a really good knot if you have like a or if you have like a straight eye circle hook that you're using. The non-slip loop knot is a great knot. Now I won't be able to cast this quite as far, but I think the fish will be more likely to take it. Make sure we're not standing on Mr. Snake. Get this out. This nice pink coloration will really show off in this colored water here. Oh, right into a tree. First cast. Come on. All right, got back. Story of my life. All right, try that again. Take 2. All right, I see a little guy. Let's see if he's more likely to take the paint here. Oh, right away, right away. Got him. See how easy that was? See how easy that was? That big lure wasn't. Just check. Don't want to get bitten by a snake, especially not in the hands. Anyway, there we go. He took that. See, much smaller lure. This is what we got him on. This lure right here was what was frightening them. And you can see, although this fish is big enough to eat something of this size, this smacking down in the water next to this guy is much more intimidating than this. This looks like something fell, like a grub is in the water, is squirming around, boom. Beautiful fish. Let's get him back and keep going. I wonder if we can hit another one without cutting camera. I can tell you right now, they can see that pink coloration much better. I'm not, oh yeah, got him on the drop. Got him on the drop. Because they can see the pink from a mile away, they're rushing out to grab it, whereas that larger lure has that kind of clear coloration, that kind of like transparency to it, which is great, don't get me wrong, but in this clear water, these pink jigs are just really paying off. There we go. Another beautiful fish. Not too big, but I mean, you don't always have to catch big fish. Sometimes just catching fish is the best. Put him back. I don't want to go with him. All right, guys. Can we do it a third time? Can I get another fish on camera without breaking the shot? Let's see. Can I cast without getting tangled up? It's the real question. All right. Fingers in the water. Got it. Wow. I've been out here so many times, but I've never had this much luck with the bass. You know, typically it's cichlids and carp and bluegill that are just all over the place. Carp haven't touched that rig, but loads of these guys. Just loving this bass fishing action here. Let's follow this guy back. Beautiful fish. God, these guys are just the best color-wise. They are just something to behold. Let's put him back over here. Slide down. You see my feet. Ugh. Try not to fall in. Whoosh, there he goes. Fantastic stuff. And I can even see him way out there. The water is so clear here. So unusual for South Texas to get water conditions like this. When you find them, you really have to just kind of savor the moment. Just fantastic stuff. You know, we're used to having these really muddy, slow-flowing rivers that, or you know, creeks that are just, they look like a giant long puddle. And yeah, there's fish in them, but being able to spot your target, cast to it in crystal clear water, it's really special to do that here. All right, guys, right in front of us. Right in front of us is the fish. Here we go. Here we go. There he is. There he is. What a beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. That's a good looking fish. Just add it to the list. All right, let's see if we can get a fish out of this tunnel here. I have a feeling if we cast back up into that pipeline far enough, something will take here. So I'm just gonna backhand cast it up in there. All right, let's give this a shot. All right, pretty good one. Pretty good one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, kind of figured there might be fish hiding in that tunnel. Sure enough, got one. That's interesting. Mockingbird. Beautiful fish. Gorgeous colors. Put him back. We could stay out here all day long. Never get bored, but as you can tell by the angle of the sun, it is getting a little bit late in the day. We've had a phenomenal time, and I think it's about time we be getting back. So stay tuned, more coming, and until it does, I'll see you guys later.